Yes and no, I would say. The early part of the season was pretty dreadful. We didn't really have any formations that were consistent. We didn't really have a starting 11 that was consistent. So, yes, I was surprised. But considering what Ralph Hasenhüttl has been trying to do with the team for so long, you could sort of see that style of football coming, and it was just a case of whether the players were good enough. So, yes or no. And when you refer to the bad period, I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, that's blanked out of every single Saints fan's mind now. So, and it's reminded back to us by every single BBC, Sky and BT Sports pundit every time we play. Very happy to get Kyle Walker-Peters' signature signed, have him on a permanent deal from Tottenham Hotspurs. We haven't really had a strong right back for many years. Ever since Cedric Suarez went off the boil a bit, we've really been lacking in that position. Jan Valery was a little bit promising for a few games, but really we've missed having a solid position there. We also got the signing of Salisu, strong looking centre back. Is he the next Virgil van Dijk? Let's hope so, but there's a lot of hype around him, and perhaps it could be a player that we could actually see his value treble, reading some of the reports out there. And of course we lost Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to Tottenham Hotspur for 15-17 million, something like that. He had a year left on his contract. It was always coming. Not overly sad at his departure. He never really looked like he sat that well in Hasenhüttl's side. So yes, I am happy. I'd like to see an addition of an attacking midfield player or a holding midfield player before the end of the transfer window, but all in all, yeah, quite happy. Sahar in his pocket. He's got Sahar in his pocket. You're probably going to edit that out. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Obviously, whenever you see your club's players play for the international sides, it's a great thing to see. You know, there's only a bit of a worry that they might get injured in playing in these really dull fixtures. He wasn't really playing in his preferred position, so it didn't really shine, apart from when he rubbed out the penalty spot. And also Danny Ings get 22 minutes over those 2 games after having the season of his life. This is a bit of a funny one, because I think if you actually look at the results since that awful night at St Mary's back in October last year, we actually accumulated 44 points. You look at that run of success and compare it to, we had one of the worst home forms in the league. I think it was only Norwich that had a worse home record than us last season. So if you look at that and potentially fixing that, then we could be on for a European spot. Now, there are a lot of clubs fighting for those spots, so do I expect to see us in those positions? Maybe, but I would certainly hope we could progress on from our position of 11th last season, which looked a million miles away come the end of November. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Southampton, a repeat of the fixture last season. I think, the last few games of the season for you guys was pretty shocking, really. I mean, it must have been very stressful during the COVID times to have these situations, and then also have a run of results where I think you picked up like 1 point from potential goodness knows how many. So I don't think we've seen that much transfer activity. I can see all the Palace fans smashing that thumbs down button right now, but there we go. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Southampton with Shea Adams and Danny Ings to get the goals.